So first, let me quickly list out the topics that we are going to discuss today. Jerry versus Hermes. Is the match cancelled? Is it postponed? What's the reason? All of that. And Paulin versus Sasha Andreev. Why is the Zoloev match replaced with this one? And Vitaly Lalitin. He competed recently about 10-12 days ago, but nobody talked about it because it was kind of overshadowed by the gigantic presence of King of the Table. Then I created an interesting poll today on YouTube, and it was about who is the most honest and straightforward person in your opinion. We're going to discuss that as well. Then something about Reno Masic. He just dominated everyone. Pavlo Darbadyanev, he's also on the rise. And one of the most sickest burns in arm wrestling. Actually, I'll just give a teaser about that in this video. Maybe you already know what I'm talking about, but the video will be next. So let's first start with Jerry versus Hermes. This is a topic that was kind of confusing. Some people were saying that the match is cancelled, the match is off, it is not going to happen. Some were saying nope, these are rumors, it is not true because Engin or Hermes has not announced anything yet. Engin Terzi said in one of his interviews recently that it will be up to Hermes Gasparini, the RVJ interview. He said that it is up to Hermes. He will decide whether he wants to compete at East versus West 7 or not against Jerry Cadret, of course, for the East versus West title. That match was supposed to happen about 2 events ago, but couldn't happen. Jerry was injured. Now Hermes Gasparini is injured. So Hermes cleared everything up. He said that his wrist is 100% fine. His elbow is fine. His arm is fine. But his shoulder is not there yet. And being in this position, trying to engage your shoulder, like without your arm actually being in front of your shoulder, that's kind of really hard on the joints. And reasonably, he believes that he will not be able to get ready for the May match, May 6th. That's why he wants to postpone it till the July 22nd, I think it is. So that match will now happen at July 22nd. In the same event, Artem Morozov will be competing against Levan Saginashvili for the #1 title in the world, but not for the East versus West title. That's kind of strange. Engin was also kind of confused about this topic as to how he should deal with it. He was asking suggestions from Neil Pickup and other guys on the Fix episode. Coach Ray also gave some good suggestions there. So that's the story on this. This match will happen in July, not in May. Then Paulin versus Sasha Andreev. I already edited or just took out the clip from the Engin Terzi interview and uploaded it on East versus West page as to why this match is happening. Engin explained clearly that the reason for this match and why the Zoloev versus Paulin match is cancelled because of some miscommunication, because of some translation gap and irregularities in translation, I would say. So somehow Zoloev was believing that the match is going to happen in July, not in May. And it cannot happen in May because once about 4 weeks before the May event and once about 12-13 days right before the East versus West May 6 event, Zoloev is competing in 85 kilos category. He's competing in Russia, I think A1 or something. So naturally he cannot gain weight because Paulin is the master of weight cut. He's going to cut down to 95 kilos and on match day he's probably going to be 101 kilos. And Zoloev, he will compete in 85 kilos. Let's say he can also cut about 4 kilos of body weight from 89 to 85, then back to 89. So gaining from 89 to, let's say he wants to be at 95 ideally. He's never been that heavy, but he cannot do that in just 12 days time. So that's why he doesn't want to compete. And this is the first time that we are hearing such type of miscommunication in the arm wrestling world. And that miscommunication was cleared up when Engin sent Zoloev the poster, the Paulin versus Zoloev poster, which was already made. When Engin sent it to Zoloev, then Zoloev said that, what's that about? I was hoping that I was expecting that the match was in July. I wasn't aware of that. So that's the reason that match is off for now. Maybe it will happen in the future. If Sasha Andreev is able to beat him, and by the way, Engin tried to contact Sasha multiple times and he said that Sasha never responded to me. And he doesn't even know what the reason for that is. Or maybe he doesn't want to reveal it to everyone. But when Sasha and Krasimir were going in a car and Krasi was doing live for the Europeans, I believe, in last year or the year before that, something like that. To a question, Sasha replied that he's too expensive. So maybe it was some money issue there, which has been solved now. I'm just guessing. So That's about it for this. And Vitaly Laletin. So Vitaly won the Siberian Bear tournament. So he uploaded a post on his Instagram, and he said first place in 110 plus kg tournament Siberian Bear. So, and absolute class, yeah, absolute class, and Siberian Bear both. And you can see in both events the number 2 guy is Grigory Lyashchuk. Not long ago, I think he's still maybe in that top 15, or maybe now he's out of it. Grigory Lyashchuk was in the top 15 X sports rankings in the world for arm wrestling, and I think he was about 11th or 12th or maybe 13th. I don't exactly know. Maybe he's still there. I'll show you the screenshot if he's there. If you don't see the screenshot, it means he isn't there. All right. So let's quickly move on to the next topic. I created a poll, and the poll was about who is the most real, honest, straightforward North American arm wrestler. And so far the poll is like dominated by John Brezink. Actually, I created this poll and I forgot to add John Brezink. I added Monster Michael Todd here, and Michael was getting the least number of votes. And people were saying, "Where is John Brezink?" And I was like, I forgot it. And at that time, it had like 300 votes. So I deleted that poll, created once again. John Brezink, 69%, man. RVJ, 4%. Not surprised. But Matt Mask, only 7%. I know these things are only opinion based. There are no facts that can prove these things right or wrong. But in my genuine opinion, I think Matt Mask deserves to be way high in this poll. I would vote for Matt in this poll. So that's what I think. Mention your thoughts. If you haven't voted or if you haven't checked the comments, please do that right now. Reno Masic. Reno Masic is from Croatia. He's 18. Maybe he just turned 19 now. But I think he's still only 18 years old. And that guy is a beast. There was an Italy super match event. It was named Super Match. So that tournament footage is available on World Arm Wrestling Federation. Go to the live tab and check it out there if you want. Reno Masic. So I'm super happy with the results. First place on both arms in 110 kg category. By the way, Reno is the guy who beat Krasimir on the left arm. That's how good that kid is. 18 years old and beats Krasimir. Wins his division, then jumps into the seniors and beats Krasi. And on the right, he lost to Ongarbayev. Ongarbayev is a beast. If you're 18, do not hope to beat Ongarbayev. So first place on both arms in open category. Wow, why are these looking like bronze cups? So anyways, open category and 110 both. That is just one of the most dominant. Forget about Schoolboy, forget about anyone else. This is by far the most dominant youngster that we have right now. And after that, Pavlo Darbediev. Pavlo beat Marcio Barboza in Arnold Classic. That is simply amazing. He beat Paulin 3-0, but then he lost on the big stage to Sabin Bedulescu, the Romanian, who's making a comeback. But that match was also kind of close for at least first 2 or 3 rounds. He lost 4-2 to the Romanian. But now he's beating Marcio, and Marcio is legit. He's not the top 5th tier. If there are 1 to 5 tiers, Marcio is not on the 5th tier, probably on the 4th. And Pavlo just beat him. And the sickest burn that I was talking about earlier on, man, I'll show you. It is from Engin Terzi and Neil Pickup and Coach Ray, and I think Devon was also in that live, or maybe not. I think Devon wasn't there. So from that live stream, maybe you already know, when I watched that live stream, I was just, my phone light was off and I was watching it on earphones, and I suddenly got up, man. Did he just say that? I truly loved that moment. So I'll show you in the next video. Unfortunately, maybe this was a trick to get you to watch till the end, and I hope that it worked. So thanks for watching. Like the video. And I don't really do anything for the that's what make me feel like a bad guy. I don't really do anything special or extra for the Patreons and YouTube members. If I should do something, of course I should. Please suggest me what I should do. And that's why I don't really ask you to join Patreon or memberships as well. The same reason. Now I'm asking, please join if you can. Thanks.